Hello Driving Intelligence community. One of my prior videos discussed a recall Ford issued for the 10th Gen F-150, 97 through 04, where the tank straps in certain environments, especially up in the Rust Belt, would disintegrate and the fuel tank would drop, causing potentially catastrophic consequences. I'll list that video in the description of this video. Now, as a result of that video, I had a few people ask me about something of a similar issue or similar nature, and that is the spare tire carrier at the back of the vehicle. The small cable that lifts that spare tire up and secures it underneath the vehicle has a tendency to also rust in certain conditions and would drop that tire. And depending on certain conditions, that tire could bounce up, causing catastrophic consequences underneath the vehicle or catastrophic consequences for a follow-on car. Now, recently I've had a flat tire and I had to pull that spare tire down. And before I put the spare tire back in place, I wanted to do an inspection, and I thought I'd take you along with me to see what I look at. And maybe you can do the same inspection to make sure that your truck, and it's not just F-150s, it could be any vehicle that has a spare tire carrier with a cable, could have this type of failure and cause some serious injury. Let's take a look. While I was getting this tire repaired, I had to drive around with the spare, which means I had to pull that cable back up underneath the vehicle. To get it back down, I'm going to have to use this key that comes with the truck and also this rod underneath the hood. With the cable fully extended, we can now see this mechanism. It's on top of an X-frame that goes to the frame of the vehicle, and I don't see any major rust. I don't see any rust on the mechanism. I do see some superficial rust on this X-frame, but it's still pretty stout. And as I raise and lower the tire, I don't feel any grittiness or grindiness, so there's really no problem with the mechanism inside. Next, I've inspected every inch of this cable, and especially right here where this grommet is on the end of it. I wanted to make sure there was no fraying or rusting right here, so it's in perfect shape, including the device that goes into the spare tire. Now, if yours is requiring replacement, I've linked one in the description of this video. You can check it out. That should be pretty easy. It's pretty cheap on Amazon. And now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the tire. Spare tire is back in place, and this gives me a chance to give you one last tip. I make sure that my tire is upside down so I can get to that nipple to check tire pressures on a regular basis. Don't want to be caught with a spare tire that's flat when you have a flat tire. Anyway, hope this helped you out. If it did, give me that thumbs up, and I'll see you next time on Driving Intelligence.